Wow, I'm live straight away. Do you know what? I was expecting like buffering and all of that type of stuff, but no, live straight away. That is crazy. That's never happened before. Okay, so yeah, so live. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I was in the middle of making medal. I was in the middle of Hey Charlie, how are you? I was in the middle of making homemade lemonade. And so yeah, so then I quickly rushed upstairs. I'm just waiting for the lemonade to cool because you need to make a simple syrup. And so basically, wow, 678 followers. Wow, good for you. Wow, I'm glad. I'm pleased for you. So basically, I decided to make a lemonade, and you need to make a simple syrup. So it's 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of water, and that's how you make your simple syrup. And then it's roughly about between 6 to 8 lemons. And I was there squeezing all the lemons. But I have to wait for the mixture to cool. So once you do your 2 cups of water and your 2 cups of sugar, you boil it and you wait till it comes to, obviously you stir it a little bit, you wait for it to come to a boil, and then once all the sugar's melted, that means the mixture is ready. Once the sugar's dissolved, the mixture is ready. And once you squeeze all your lemons, so about, yeah, like I said, about 6 to 8 lemons, you then just wait for the mixture to cool. You put your lemons in a jug or a pitcher, and then you add in the simple syrup, and then that's like your ready-made squash. And you can just pour as you would do like in with squash. You pour a little bit in the glass, and then you top it up with either sparkling water or still water. It doesn't matter. It's delicious with either. So if you want sparkling water or if you want still water, that's absolutely fine. And so yeah, so that's what I was doing earlier. So that's why I was a little bit late, because I was waiting for the mixture to cool, and it didn't really cool. So I was just like, oh, just waiting. But then I rushed upstairs, plugged everything in, and now I'm here. Did you go to? Oh, you went to Mansfield. I'm not really hot on. I'm assuming, is there a football ground there? I'm not really hot on stuff like that. It's more Mark that's hot on that type of stuff. But is Mansfield like a football? Do they have like a football team? And is there a football ground there? Um, yeah, so I've been doing that. I've also really been getting into a series lately called Evil, and yeah, it's like been really good. Football stadium, Mansfield Town, right? Okay, I thought it was recognizable, but I'm not really one for football. So Mark hopefully will be joining us. He's just got in from work, so I know he's tired. He's had the commute. I've ordered us drinks. I ordered the drinks late because I was in a rush. So hopefully he'll join us and he'll talk to you about football, because I'm not really hot on that sort of stuff. But do you know what? Mark's mum, she's really into the football. It's a bit strange because there's 4 of them, not 4 mums obviously, but the mum, dad, and brother and Mark, and they all support different teams. He's actually, dad says he's literally walked in the door about 5 minutes ago. He was in the office today. So I've got drinks coming, so he may wait until the drinks are delivered and then he'll come upstairs. But I think at the moment he's quite tired, so I'm just gonna let him chill for a bit until the drinks arrive. But I almost forgot to order the drinks, so I'm glad they are gonna deliver. I ordered Marks with oat milk, but they called up and they said, I'm sorry, we've run out of oat milk. So I've switched it to almond milk. And then I ordered a caramel frappuccino, which is my usual. However, online, they don't tell you, like, they don't give you the option of the normal one that they do. It was just came up as roast, blonde, or decaf. And I normally go for decaf. But that hasn't uh yeah, that hasn't happened. Sorry, I've just got a message which I just need to answer quickly. So sorry for being rude. Uh somebody is coming round and they are actually going to eat out because I was going to prepare food and stuff like that. So I'm glad they let me know they're going to eat out. So sorry for being rude. I'm just saying, see you later. You guys go out and enjoy, and then I'll see you later. But I just thought, do you know what? If I don't answer it, um, oh no. Um, sorry, I'm so sorry. Uh, okay, so I've just remessed. I thought they were saying, oh, because they got together, they were going to go out to eat. But then I said, um, I realized what they've said. Oh, should we go out to eat? So I'm just saying, no, come home and eat. I will cook. Okay, so she goes, she's like, I'm so confused. It's only because obviously I'm doing the live with you guys. So they're messaging and I'm like, oh my god, I'm being so rude. But I didn't mean to be rude, just had to answer that message. So we've got some guests coming, and it's Mark's brother and his girlfriend. They're back from Washington, and they've met up, and obviously after work, and they're saying, oh yeah, we'll go out and get something to eat, and I'm like, oh okay, that's why I didn't cook, because I thought, oh, maybe they will go out to eat and not come home. And then I reread the message and it says, oh, shall we eat out? And I'm like, no, 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 come home, I'm gonna cook. So yeah, so that's the whole. And so she's like, I'm confused, and I said, it's because I'm doing the live, that's why. But yes, I want them to come home and I'll cook. So that's why the live is not going to be as long as it usually is. So we will be finishing a little bit earlier, but that's only because I am actually going to go down and cook some food. So there we go. But how is everybody? What has everybody been up to? You did a video about the Queen. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, no, Mark is here. He's just downstairs. I can hear him sort of like pottering about downstairs. Um, oh yes, but did a food review on food and drink. Oh, complain. Oh, right, okay. So you not being ill, was that with regards to food that you ate? Is that why that you're not well? Is it like a food thing? And when you say complain, does that mean you're complaining about food and drink that you ordered? Or is it nothing to do with food and you're just not well, under the weather, you know, a bit cold, sniffly and all of that? And then but you want to complain about food, like you ordered something and then it wasn't right or anything like that, Richard? Is that what is that? Am I on the right track? Is what I'm trying to say. So, what has everyone been up to this weekend? Did we all catch? First of all, were we interested in what was on TV with regards to the Queen? If you were, did you catch the funeral? Did you watch it? And if not, what did you go out to do? A lot of places closed, and there was mixed reviews on places closing and not closing. And yesterday, there was no adverts. So, like, we've got Sky. So I was watching Sky. I think it was Sky One we were watching. There was no commercials during, and it was just a notice, in respect to the Queen's passing, we're not going to play any adverts. And Channel 4 never played any adverts either. Misspelling meant to say Complan drinks, like food replacements. Oh right, oh I see. Like a bit like protein drinks, I guess. Um, so yeah, so what basically what did you do this weekend? So we went to our local town. And what else did we do? We went for a walk. I watched the funeral. I'm not a royalist or anything like that, but I like to watch, when there's big events happening, and it's sad that it's sad when anyone passes, not just the Queen, but when anyone passes, it's very sad. So I just watched it and I was amazed at how many people went up to London and all of that. It was just, yeah, crazy. But I tend to watch lots of big events on TV. I felt like there were a lot of people in London sort of queuing up to go and pay their respects. And the queues would look like it was crazy. So if you were in the queue, I admire you. I don't think I could queue that long, or do you know what I mean? I think um, I'd be like so many people, so big crowds and stuff, it would give me a little bit of anxiety. But I thought it was phenomenal what I saw on the TV, and I loved the hymns that they played. I knew a couple of them. I didn't know all of them, but I knew a couple of them. I do have interesting video to come. Wow. My positive videos. Well, there's going to be a spin-off version. Wow, 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 wow. I haven't done any videos lately. I've done a few shorts. So if you keep up with our shorts on YouTube, that's where you'll find them. So I've done a few of those. I did a couple this morning. So basically, a few months ago, I went to a place. I don't know who would find this interesting, but there's a place called High Jingo, and it's a bingo. But it's like a fun bingo. They dance, there's like drinks and there's food, and you can do like a few sessions. And I've got to say that it was really good. And it's based in Liverpool Street and it's called High Jingo. So if you are looking for a fun night out, and you just want to go with some friends, and you want to do something a little bit different, you're not into the clubbing, you don't want to go to yet another bar or whatever, go to this High Jingo. They do silly prizes. They some of the prizes. Oh, I mean, I won £100. Do you know what I mean? And they were giving away like a little drone, and they were giving away like a little bike and all of this type of stuff. So, um, if you just want to go out and have some fun, like you can go in a mixed group, or you can just go with your girls, or you can just go with your boys. I've got to say, it's a fun night out. They do drink, like I said, they do drinks and food, and they do them in sort of like so in games. So you have to sign up, they charge you per game. So, and I think one game might take about half an hour, so about 30 minutes. So if you wanted to do 4 games, let's say, then you pay for 1 game, 2 game, 3 games, 4 games. But you are only there once you've done your games, then you sort of kind of have to get up and leave basically. I can't remember how you pay for it. I think you have your food and then you pay for it. Yeah, so you order off the menu. They bring you your food, and then I think after that, after you've eaten, you then pay for it. Hey Thunder, how are you? Yeah, the bingo short. Hey Alyssa, how are you? I haven't seen you in ages, Alyssa. Welcome. I hope everybody's good. So yeah, so if you live in London, or if you're coming down to London to visit and you're looking for something fun to do, I thoroughly recommend High Jingo. You do have to be a certain age to play High Jingo. So I know a couple of you won't be able to sort of do that. Hey Naha, how are you? Um, I'm good, thanks, Thunder. How are you, Kelly? Yes, I'm good, thank you. I hope you guys are well. So yeah, so obviously you have to be a certain age to go and do High Jingo, but I'm telling you, go play it. I thoroughly recommend it. It's so much fun. And You don't have to have alcoholic drinks to have fun. It's the vibe is good. They have people dancing on stage, and they bring you up on stage, and it's up to you whether you want to have a little dance or if you're a little bit embarrassed. This is if you've won a game, by the just to let you know. But they also do like silly gifts, like a cap or something like that. But they call out the numbers, and there's also a board at the back where you can see. And if you do the whole, so they do it in stages where you have to get a cross or you have to get a line or a diagonal, and then they do one where you fill the whole box. And if you fill the whole box, you get the star prize. And in the first game, I filled the whole box and I won £100. So you get me. It was so much fun. And it was just my friend that suggested it, and I had never heard of it before. But it's called Hijingo. I only did highlights on the shorts. I don't think I actually did a whole video for it because it was just so lively. But yeah, Liverpool Street Hijingo, thoroughly recommend it. Check out the short. And if it's for you, definitely go. I'm telling you, you're gonna have so much fun. Roll on October. My September's not been the best of luck. Yes, I know. Do you know what though? I feel like September has been a bit of an up and down month because we've had a bit of rain. They were on the verge of saying hosepipe ban. Of course, the Queen. We've had some sunny days, so it's been September's been a bit of a mishmash, really. By the way, second date was great. Going on third next week. Oh my god. But we'll tell you more details next time, and when my Wi-Fi is better, because I'm out at the moment. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so glad your date went well, and I can't wait to hear the details. Oh, I wish you could just message now and say what the details were. Did you have a really good, I know you had a really good time, but more details about the date and stuff, because I think you went there, right? Is that right? You went to over to where he lives. The Queen's dead. Yeah. Where's Mark? There. He is just downstairs. I heard that the drinks arrived, so he's just sorting out the drinks. So I'm gonna leave him to do that, but he will be up. Alyssa, yeah, baby, yeah, exactly. Oi. All right. Now I'm thinking you're saying Bebe, but are you saying something else that we shouldn't be saying? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, so like I said, thoroughly recommend it. What did everybody get up to this weekend? Did you, like I said, did you watch the funeral, or did you just sort of do your thing? Oh, hello, darling. Thank you.
Hello.
So this is my drink. Although they didn't give me much drizzle, but never mind.
There we are. Hello, everybody.
Thank
Sorry
you
I'm
very
late.
much.
I've just got back from work. It's been really busy. Who we got on?
So we've got a few people on.
Oh, hello, Richard. Hello, Thunder. Hello, Neha. Hello, Elisa.
Alyssa.
Sorry.
Alyssa. Thunder was just on. She's out at the moment, but I don't know if she's going to stay with us. She said her second date went really well.
Oh, well done. Hello, Richard. How are you? I was going well. Thank. Well, now I'm back. It's better.
And Charlie was on as well. I don't know if he's still on though. But yeah, I did a short today, and it was when I went to Hijingo with girls.
Oh, okay.
And so I was just saying that it's so much fun. Obviously, you have to be a certain age to go, but yeah. And then I'm just asking everybody what they did this weekend. We didn't do much. We just went walking, didn't we?
I'm here, baby.
I'm assuming she's saying baby.
Yeah.
Richard's asking you how's
Yeah,
it going?
it's going well, thank you. How are you? How is everybody? What's everybody been up to? You were having your chocolate.
Do you know what? I'm really hungry.
Yeah, I am hungry as well, actually.
I did some roast potatoes. There's actually some roast potatoes left in the oven, left over. So yeah, did you want one?
Oh, no, thank you.
You're not really a chocolate orange person, are you?
Oh, so Richard, you've gone for a diet. My diet today is all bran. Now I'm high on fibre.
Oh yeah, he's got to do his fibre thing.
Oh, you got to do a high fibre diet.
Just in case you're wondering, this is what I'm having, and it's delicious. I thoroughly recommend. If you like chocolate orange, please get this. It's so good.
Funny enough, we had a message in which said, sorry for the inconvenience, love the Starbucks team. So I don't know what that was about.
Oh, because I ordered you oat milk and they rang and said they didn't have any oat milk, so I changed it to almond.
Oh, that's okay.
Mm.
No worries, Starbucks team.
And that's why.
Why is it the UK obsessed with oranges? Do you know what?
I have no clue.
I don't mind choc orange, but I really, really, really don't get the massive fascination in it. It's okay. I don't like mint chocolate either, but I just don't get it. Me personally, I just don't get the fascination with it.
I don't. Funny enough, though, I don't like the orange matchmakers.
No, okay.
I like them. Love the mint ones. And then, Mark's brother's girlfriend bought us 2 boxes of one was like a chocolate, a coffee one, wasn't it? And you really like it. And the other one was a honeycomb. But for me, the honeycomb is very subtle.
Oh, we have to show you guys. So these are I've never seen these before, so I'm going to let you see. So, yeah, sorry, the Wi-Fi is pretty behind and slow. So next time, more detail. But thank you for your sweet words. And yeah, I went to see him. He's adorable. Oh, Thunder, we're so glad it's going well. Richard said I prefer mint to orange. Yeah, I'm not. Do you know what? It's both of them. I avoid any. I don't mind. I'm not saying I don't dislike fruit in chocolate, but orange no. Me mint no.
I like I love chocolate covered strawberries. So when I do when I order strawberries, I always melt some chocolate and do. You need special chocolate to melt to do it, and yeah, so I normally do those, but I didn't do them this summer. I did them last summer, but I didn't do them this summer. He's gone to get the matchmaker sticks that. So Mark's brother's name is Ben, and his girlfriend is named Siobhan. And Siobhan bought us some matchsticks. So he's just gone to get the matchsticks. But I have a sneaky suspicion he's probably eating the potatoes. The leftover potatoes, because he's probably really hungry. Same as me, really hungry. So we're not going to be on that long tonight because Mark's brother and his girlfriend are coming. So Ben and Siobhan are going to be coming over and I'm going to cook dinner. So we're not going to be here that long because I need to get dinner started. But they said they're going to be home about 20:07. So we'll be on for as long as we can. And then I will... Did you eat potatoes?
Where you go, Alyssa? No, don't worry. I'm still here, Alyssa. You can't beat hungry. So these are the 2 new matchmakers we want to show you. So on the left, you've got the caramel coffee, and on the right, you've got the honeycomb. Funny enough, they both seem to taste like coffee. I don't know why.
They do.
The honeycomb one does taste like that. The honeycomb one is delicious, but my favorite by far is this coffee one, even though they both taste very similar. Yeah. Oh, Richard said no, free Lego at any Lego store this weekend.
Oh, wow.
When you say free Lego, what do you mean? Just walk in and just take anything you want and go?
Do you mean the weekend just gone, or do you mean the weekend coming?
Oh, they're so good.
And their smells quite strong, you know.
Caramel coffee, you cannot beat it.
Because even though I've just eaten a chocolate orange biscuit, when he opened that, I could really smell it.
So that's my favourite. Really that's strong. My recommendation of the week, guys. Matchmakers caramel coffee.
And my recommendation of the week... Yes, baby. That's my recommendation.
Although these are nice as well, the honeycomb, but they do taste remarkably like coffee.
They taste pretty much like the coffee one to me.
I can't taste the honeycomb in there. Oh, it's free mini rocket to make in store.
But is it for this weekend coming, or is it for the weekend just gone?
No, I think it's this weekend coming, surely.
Right, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm
asking you. Yeah, because Mark's gonna be like this now, just eating the matchmakers. But I gotta say, matchmakers are moreish.
Yeah.
And you do when
this
you
weekend,
pop one.
Richard said.
Okay.
So good tip, everybody. This weekend, pick up your free Lego, and you said it's a mini rocket. Is that right?
Mini rocket to make in store. A free mini rocket to make in store. So yeah. So if you're on that, then for sure, definitely go and check that out.
Check it out.
I'm just checking because Roger. Okay, because they were going to go out. They said they were happy to go out to eat, and I hadn't started cooking yet. So basically, Mark's brother's coming with his girlfriend, and it was always my thing to cook. But then just as I was doing the live, they sent a message and I didn't read it properly. And basically they were saying if I wasn't cooking, they were happy to eat out. And I was like, no, no, no. And I read it as, oh, they were going to eat out. And I thought, oh, yeah, that makes sense. They'll probably eat out. So that's why I hadn't started cooking until I'd heard from them. Because I didn't want to put on all the food and then they might want to eat out.
Richard, matchmakers do not last long around me.
No, well, to be fair, unless it's meat, nothing really lasts long around you.
But do try these ones; they're really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know where she got them actually.
Mm.
I don't know.
I'd never seen these before.
They're not American.
Well, matchmakers, I always think of the mint ones, which is the ones you like.
Well, a lot of people get them around Christmas. But a lot of people get mint stuff around Christmas, but I eat mint stuff all year round.
Oh, book out October the 13th Beyond, the ones by Tom Felton. Is that a play?
Book out October Beyond. Oh yeah. It's the one. It's the creepy one, isn't it? It's the play that he's in at the moment.
Oh, okay. Hey Naha, how are you?
Hey Mark. So yeah, we've been sort of busy with house guests. Well, house guest.
Oh, and you haven't told me how your trip was to Fuerteventura.
She did.
Well, only briefly. And what you didn't know, it wasn't the trip; it was the food. I wanted to find out how you got on with. Did you enjoy the food?
Did you just eat food in the hotel, or did you actually go out to eat as well? I mean, when we go to what you call it, to Lanzarote, I was about to say Lanza. What are you drinking? He is drinking
Tai Chi latte.
Yeah.
Very nice too. And I'm eating the matchmaker.
Tai Chi?
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi latte. Chai tea latte. When he said it, I was just like, that don't sound right. What's he saying?
Oh, so Richard said it's a book. The one plays Draco, all about him as a person, an autobiography. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, because he's doing one at the moment with several other people, and it's meant to be sort of like a thriller type play that he's in. Also, he's doing another one.
Does it have sprinkles on it? No, it doesn't. So it literally is just a there you go. There's not much of it left. It's just the froth of it. But the sprinkle. I don't think Starbucks do sprinkles, do they? I've never.
They don't do sprinkles, but they do like the cinnamon and the vanilla and all that.
Got my Snap not working. Like it won't go on the chart or anything. Help! Alyssa was saying, got my Snap not working.
What, your Snapchat?
What's up with your Snapchat? Is it not working at all?
I think it's God. My Snapchat's not. My Snap's not working. It's back. Okay. It's back as in you're not calling Alyssa it, are you? My niece wanted it. Wanted the the autobiography. Do you know what? I've never really thought about reading any of the Harry Potter. And do you know what? It's like 20 years.
Do you know what? That scares me because when I see them, what size cup am I? That is La Grande.
Yeah, Venti.
Venti, sorry. That's the largest they do.
Yeah. Venti. Hey, Eve. How are you?
That's my little cup. What size cup are you drinking? Yeah, from. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Venti. So that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
You can see. Now, I've got big hands. It makes it look smaller. But if Kelly holds it, you can just see the size of that. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than your head.
Eve, did you get the stuff that I sent you today? So Eve is going on holiday.
Oh.
And I booked all the hotels, and I was doing that today as well, sort of checking her in online because she's going in a few days' time. Sent her boarding passes and everything. So yeah. So I was doing that last minute, and it was really so basically it's so if anybody's on EasyJet or uses EasyJet.
Sorry, no, it doesn't. It's just froth. So basically, they froth up the milk, and then it comes into this frothy thing as well. But I do like eating the froth. Mm-hmm. Kelly's the one that likes the cream on everything. So if you look at hers,
you can't really see mine though.
You can if you look. There you go. Look, you can just about make it out. So not only has that got cream in it, it's got plenty of chocolate drizzle, caramel.
No,
drizzle.
It hasn't. Look.
Has it?
They didn't do loads of drizzle.
I'm just going to take the top.
Oh, look at
without
that.
squeezing it on there.
I didn't squeeze it. You did.
Look at that. That is the good stuff. You can just see the caramel on top of the cream.
Yeah, so not much. So yeah, so basically I was booking stuff for Evelyn and all that. Anyway, we booked the flight ages ago with EasyJet. And so when I went to check them in, because Evelyn and her friend that's going, it was taking me through all the questions again, like, am I happy with the seats, am I happy with this, do I want to add luggage or any and all of that type of stuff. And I'm just thinking, right, well, yeah, it was a weird, because it doesn't do that normally. And so I just thought that they weren't the original seats that I'd booked at the beginning and stuff like that. So I had to go back through everything just to check that everything was still correct, which it was. But also, and they're very sneaky with the baggage, because the last time when I booked, I had actually booked luggage, but nowhere on the receipt did it say luggage. So again and again and again, I have to check 100 times to make sure that the luggage is on there, because it's not clear. It is not clear that the luggage is on there. But I sent Eve a separate sheet to show that the luggage is on there. So yeah,
Richard said, I have a lot of videos planned in September before October, and October vid's going to make you jump.
Wow.
Oh, are you right now? I don't want to ruin it, but are you suggesting it's a bit of a Halloween theme? Naha said, yummy cream. One thing I've really got into, actually, guys, you've got to try, is whipped cream with maple syrup. I had that on pancakes, but when I just tried that combo of just the cream and the maple syrup, it's so good. It is amazing. Hey, Charlie, how are you? Evelyn said, haven't got time to check it yet, but we'll do when I get home. Thanks,
okay, cool.
Richard said, doing videos on scary locations and haunted in October, London and places.
I just think when you went to that forest.
Yeah, that forest. That was some Blair Witch stuff.
Yeah, that was just crazy to me.
Hey, Charlie, that is brilliant. Charlie's got 678 followers.
Yeah,
well done.
He also went to Mansfield.
Oh, did you?
But I knew it was something. I thought, for some reason, I knew it was something to do with football. But of course, I can't talk about it.
Oh, Mansfield Town.
You're the expert on it.
I'll need to eat. Bye. Back. Okay, take care.
Have a good nosh. But yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so Mansfield Town. Was it Mansfield Town? Did you go to? Or were you watching Mansfield's not a million miles away from Manchester, is it?
I have no idea.
So I wondered if you were doing that.
And stuff like that.
I went to Planet Circus in Mansfield. Oh, what was it like?
Is that a food place?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Or is that like a circus?
It
but it's just called Planet Circus.
It sounds like Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I was leaning along those lines, thinking, is that what it is? But yeah. So I'm in my mind. You know what? I'm a little bit distracted because I'm thinking, what time am I going to put that food on?
Well, what time are they going to be 7?
Well, I can always run downstairs.
Yeah, I'll carry on with the light.
Yeah, and then yeah, because then I'll know what to put on and everything else. So yeah, so that's what we're doing, and hopefully the lemonade should be cool. So that I could make lemonade. So hopefully the water should be cool.
So Richard said, interesting facts. Shard Thames is a location as the Shard, so you will know how it got its name. Shard Thames is a location as the Shard. Funny enough, when we went to Battersea Power Station, we didn't realise that Battersea Power Station had its own tube station, and that's a really new tube station there. It must have cost them a fortune to build. This thing is so plush. But yeah, like I said, it's just outside the tube station itself. Because
there was no tube there.
There wasn't. Not before.
Yeah, I used to live in Battersea, and the closest sort of, I mean, there was always buses there. But the only other thing, you had to walk to Clapham Junction, which the locals will call Junction. So you had to go to Junction in order to get the train. There wasn't anything else close by. Now, there were other train stations, Queenstown Road, Battersea Station, and Battersea train station, all that. But there was no tube. The closest tube, again, would be, I think it would be like Brixton, Stockwell, all of those sorts of places, Vauxhall. So now that they've got a tube right there, right near Battersea Power Station. But of course, it's obviously for all the events.
Well, Richard said, I did a history on Battersea. I remember you
Yeah.
said when you spoke about the coal mines and the trains. Can you name a band that's put Battersea Power Station on one of their albums? That's one for you. I can think of two, but I'm just wondering if that's one to throw out there for a question. Any band or group that's put Battersea Power Station on one of their album covers. Let's see if anybody gets it. So that's your little quiz for so far while we're...
Well, I don't know if this is the case, but can I answer one?
No, because you can give it away.
Well, I don't know, but I just have an idea.
Let everybody else have a go, and then you can then have a go. Yeah, so there's a couple of bands that have done it. Everyone's gonna be like this, frantically googling Battersea Power Station on album cover. Yeah, so I'll just see if anyone can get that one. Yeah, so what else have we been up to? Well, we didn't do much this weekend.
We haven't done much at all this weekend. Because obviously we had a house guest. Yeah. We've got house guests.
Also, as well, because of the Queen's funeral, we didn't go into central London purely for that. Not because we were avoiding the Queen, but just purely because of the crowds. The crowds were huge.
But my mum said it was only that side of London that was busy. Everywhere else was pretty much quiet.
Oh, wow.
But of course, I suppose that would make sense.
Well, also we saw not only that, but of course, nothing else would have been open.
Yeah, that is also
I know
true.
the TV show Lex was filmed at Battersea in one of the episodes. Oh, was it? I didn't know that. So the album covers, I shall reveal now. Go on, then you can have a go.
Pink Floyd?
Yeah, Pink Floyd. That's right. And The Orb as well. The Orb did an album cover. Fluffy Little Clouds was the name of the song they did on the album cover.
But the only reason why I say Pink Floyd, because one of their ones, didn't they have like a triangle?
Yeah, that's right. So, and they also had in the album cover itself, it's got a floating pig that floats up above the power station.
Okay.
Pavan! Hi, Angel. How are you? I hope you're both well and healthy. I'm just at work, so lovely to see you both. Lovely to hear from you.
Lovely for you to join us.
And that's dedication for you being at work as well. Please don't get into trouble.
Yeah. I'm going to have to run downstairs now just to put on some food.
I shall carry on. How are you anyway? Really nice to see you. I hope, just a little bit of disruption while Kelly goes round there.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, we haven't done many, we didn't do any videos this weekend purely because of that. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, just.
But knocking things over.
Yeah, because you put your chair in a funny position, so.
There we go. Right, let me go in the middle here so you can see all Kelly's junk behind on that. But yeah, so what was I going to say? Richard, I fancy pizza but can't eat one. Why can't? Oh yeah, because you're on your diet.
Yeah, you've got to do fibre.
Oh, you got to do fibre. So have you got to do a high fibre diet? So you're going to be doing a lot of all bran. You can also do what is in your high fibre diet. So I'm going to assume you're going to be doing all bran. I only say all bran because they always boast there's as much fibre in a bowl of all bran than there is nice slices of bread. So that, and I suppose there's lots of grains, lots of pulses. Are you doing the brown rice? I know what you mean. As soon as you do something like that, you restrict yourself on any form of diet, any form of what do you say? What diet? Yeah. You immediately crave that thing that you don't want. Problem is, still at the same time, do you know, that was the whole thing. So when Kelly and I were doing, as you know, we've done loads of little reviews on cakes and bakes and what have you. So I said to Kelly, right, let's just cut down our sugar intake just for the week. Just so when we go to the weekend, what we'll do then, we'll have all these cakes and we'll try them. And then, you know, it doesn't matter if we eat 8 or 9 cakes because we'll be demonstrating them for you. But because we've actually cut down on sugar, but as soon as I gave up sugar or tried to give up sugar, it was your body really craves it. And it just shows how addictive sugar is. So, Richard, I totally get that. I'm just looking at your thing in the comments. I just totally get how you would be craving other foods once you've told your body to give up. They were saying that as well. If you are to give up something like smoking, the best way is not to tell yourself you're never going to have that again. So if you're going to give up anything, you don't say, like, I only give smoking as an example, but you don't say, I'm giving up smoking. What you say is, this is going to be my last cigarette in a while. So if you're giving something up, you say, this is going to be my last, whatever it is, in a while. So you fool your brain into not thinking it's the last it'll ever have. As soon as you tell your brain you're not having that ever again, that is it. You will crave it. What messed up my diet was fast food, says Richard. And do you know what? I totally get that. there was a friend of mine at work. He's left now, but he was doing a lot of work in the evenings and he was working late. So what he said is he would come home and he would order pizza, not every night, but pretty much every other night. So he'd have this pizza over several days. And my God, the amount of weight he put on. And he said that's what caused it, was just the fact that he was eating these unhealthy fast foods. So I do get it, Richard. I do get that. But everything in moderation. If you cut it down, just have it once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. And I did read somewhere from a bodybuilder that said if you are going to eat fast food, pizza is one of the best for you to have, because it's although it's got a lot of carbs in it, you've also got the protein from the cheeses and the other toppings as well. So that's one of the best ones to have. Obviously not a replacement for your normal diet, but that is a good one to have. Richard said, might make myself tomorrow a nice vegetable soup. Oh, and sausage. I've never had sausage soup. So you actually, when you do that, how do you do that? Do you boil up the sausages in the soup as well and have it like croutons, or do you just have it that flavour? I suppose there's an old Irish dish where you actually boil up ham and have that with cabbage. I wonder if it's the same sort of thing. Interesting. And of course, I know you make your own stuff as well. So I'd be interested to see how you did that. Are you just going to boil up the vegetables as well? Do you add a stock? Do you have that together? I can imagine though the sausages, those flavors of the sausages, because obviously you'd have all the fat that will drain from that, and that's going to give that soup, even though I'm not a meat eater, that's going to give that soup a really nice flavor to it. So I can imagine you doing that. No, wow. And also as well with vegetables, I mean with soup, winter is coming. Winter is coming. So has anybody started to do that? Is anybody craving winter foods? Now that sounds weird, but when Christmas comes in, I do start to crave different Christmas foods. Even though I'm not a massive fan of things like mince pies or things like that, I do start to crave roast dinners, which I wouldn't do during the summer. So is anybody having that? Oh, Richard said, it's nice. Make your lumpy veg soup and add a cup of... Oh, I see. So you just cut the sausages and put them in. Do you fry them first, or do you just put them in and let them boil in with the soup? It does sound quite nice, actually. Even though, like I said, I'm not a meat eater. I could try it with veggie sausages. That would work. If I just got veggie sausages and cut them up and did them. Already made puff mince pies. Oh, you already have? Wow. When I worked at Tesco many years ago when I was a student, I remember I used to bring in all the produce and we used to put them in the stock rooms. And I distinctly remember it would be August, so it'd be really hot. And I would be bringing in Christmas puddings, Christmas cake, crackers, and I'd be stocking them up in the stock room. That's how early they bring them in. But they seem to bring it in earlier and earlier and earlier. Because I do remember I think it was August, but we'd keep them in the stock room at the time. We wouldn't put them on the shelves, but I have seen Christmas produce starting to be sold on the shelves. So you do know it's coming up. Be happy to make some cakes for you and Kelly to review. Do you know what? We might take you up on that. If it's not too much hassle, but we might take you up on that for us to try, especially your mince pies. It's one of those things, like I said, when you know that season's coming in, do you find that you actually crave certain types of food? Because I only mentioned that because you mentioned soup, and I was thinking today, actually, I did fancy a little bit of soup. So I thought that would be quite nice to try. But your veggie soup does actually sound quite nice. So yeah, if you are willing to do that, we would love to try your food. Yeah, we could even make that a feature actually on Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things, trying your foods. If you guys don't mind trying it. Well, now Kelly's left her thing here, so I'm gonna give this a try. Oh, that's nice. So that's the caramel one. That's really good. Don't grass me up in the comments, please. I inboxed a soup recipe. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Is it okay for us to share, or is that a secret recipe? Obviously, with your permission, just to share. But that's one of the things we like to do here. We just do like to share your recipes. We like to share anything that you guys recommend as well, so we can all get, just let everybody know what's going on. And like I said, a lot of the cake places that we've reviewed, Some of you guys have recommended, so we do listen to you and we do try and get to do those reviews. We do have so many more reviews to do, and we also like doing the reviews like this on the live. So out of the two of them, that's my recommendation, the caramel coffee of the Matchmakers. Never had these before, but we thought we'd give them a go. That's my recommendation. And it has got a really strong coffee. If you like coffee, if you don't like coffee, ironically, both of these do taste a bit like coffee. This one obviously less so because it's just the honeycomb. I don't know why it tastes like coffee. I don't even think there's coffee in it. No, there isn't. But this one obviously does. Well, even this one doesn't actually. I think it's just, it's just flavorings. So there you go. So it's just flavorings in both. But yeah, that's our recommendation. Give them a go. Matchmakers. Sharing is caring, Richard. That's true. So thank you. We will put, so Richard is going to put that in. We will share that with you guys if you want to see. We'll try and put it in the comments so you can see Richard's soup recipe. And hopefully those of you who are interested in making the soup can give that a try. I'm trying to get Kelly actually to share some of her cake recipes as well. So we will do those as well. And we've got some videos coming up. Funnily enough, talking of recipes, we'll want to thank, I've forgotten the guy's name now, actually, for it escapes me. I only saw it yesterday. So I was checking out the comments in our videos and somebody left a very nice message for the Friends video I did. Now, I did this a long time ago. Now, you may remember, for those of you who have seen it, from the Friends TV series, the cookbook, they did the recipe for the cheesecake. So from the episode, you guys may have seen Chandler and Chandler and Rachel steal a cheesecake, and they put the recipe for that cheesecake, and it's called Cheesecake Worth Stealing. So the recipe was in the book. I gave it a go and I baked it. So I can't believe that people are still commenting on it. So thank you, because it was such a long time ago. I only said that because it's such a long time ago that I put it up there. But I do know Friends is obviously still popular. So I put that up there. So we did do the recipe. It was really nice. Kelly's not a fan of baked cheesecake. These are baked cheesecake. But I enjoyed it. So if you do fancy baking cheesecake, there is a lot to it. I'm not going to lie. But thank you for the comments who left them there. Is it Joey and Rachel steal the cake? I thought it was Chandler who stole it. No, thank you. I know there's a picture of they're eating it off the floor. That's in the cookbook itself. It's got a picture of them both with forks munging it on the floor. So I do remember that. So we did have that. So thank you for your comments there as well. I will this because it's winter. I do tend to do more of the recipes during the winter time when we can't get out. But we will be doing a lot more food reviews when up and coming, especially for the Christmas. So we'll keep an eye out for the Christmas markets. Richard, I know you said there were some Christmas markets coming up. So do keep us posted, because hopefully we're still hoping to do a collab with you at some point. So if you're up for it, we will be doing some taste testing as well. Anybody who else is up for a collab, please do let us know. We'll be happy to meet, and we'll be filming that as well. So if you fancy joining us on a little tasting session, most likely we'll be in London, do let us know and we can meet up as well. We did one with Samuel actually, and must be actual, but not, was it this time last year? I think it was this time last November we did it. So that was great fun. We tried a lot of food, which you'll probably see from our videos when we had it uploaded about a year ago. But that was great fun as well. So if anybody is interested in doing a collab, please let us know. Drop them in the comments. We'll get in contact with you, and we will happily do that if you're up for it. Will be really, really good to try some food as well and get your take on the food that we try. Particularly the bakeries that we're looking at as well. There was a couple more that I wanted to go back to. Kelly wasn't a big enamored of them. I really like them. So it'd be great to have someone that can come with me and do that as well. So bear that in mind for anybody that's interested. Drop it in the comments. We will do that as well with our little collab. It'll be fun. Be good to catch up with you, and you can see us in the flesh as well. So hopefully you'll find that and enjoy that. Right. So the other thing I was going to mention as well is, has anybody got any plans for this week? Or Evelyn said, sorry, it was Chandler, but Joey joined in. I thought so. Thank you, Evelyn. I know Joey, I'm sure at the end of that episode, didn't Joey sit down and watch them eating it off the floor? And then he just pulled out a fork. Was that right? Was that the one? I'm sure, because I didn't watch them first time around when they were in the 1990s, but Kelly is such a massive fan of Friends. I've been watching a lot of them as well, and I've now been watching them again and again and again and again and again and again. So I've actually been watching a lot of the reruns as well. So I'm pretty sure that's what happens at the end. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but yeah, do let us know if that's right. I'm pretty sure that was right. But yeah, we will. The other thing with the Friends cookbook, or even said, yeah, Joey came with a fork. That's right. So even this will be right up your street. So at the end of the Friends cookbook, they do have cocktail recipes. So they'll do obviously breakfast. They do it by breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and what have you. But at the back of the cookbook, they do have cocktails. Now Kelly really wants to do some of these cocktail taste test sessions as well, so we will try those. We were supposed to do it in the summer, but I think we'll have to delay that now till winter. Now summer's come and gone. So we will be looking at doing those as well. I will get Kelly to arrange for that as well, so we can have a little cocktail session. I know that'll be right up your street. And some of them look quite straightforward. Some of them look a bit more tricky. So we just need to get in a lot more booze, just so we can obviously do the different types of recipes. Oh, I thought you'd be there for the cocktails, but it's quite a good book. So even if you're not into Friends, which I must confess, I'm not the world's biggest Friends fan, but there's a lot of novelty cookbooks you can buy out there. And I think we did a review on them in a live about a year ago. But again, the ones we've got, the Friends one, The Walking Dead. Richard, I'm just thinking of you. You would love The Walking Dead one. It's got one of the best recipes for pancake in there. Also as well, we've got Kelly got the Downton Abbey one. I've got the Star Wars one, but there's several Star Wars ones. So there's a baking one, which I'm meaning to do the TIE Fighter cookies. So I'll try to get those done this winter. And there's a few others I want to try. So we will have a look at those. Richard said, have you made... Oh, Back to the Future one. That's the other one as well. You'll see I've done quite a few from Back to the Future. Richard said, have you made a cocktail Black Death? It's very, very strong. Even that sounds right up your street. What's in the Black Death? Is it black because it is the color black, or is it just Black Death because it's just so strong? I'm thinking, is it anything like a Long Island iced tea, because that's quite dark? Or is it black because it's called the Black Death because it's got Coke in it? I'm really interested to see what you've done for the Black Death. Oh, recipe, please. I told you should be up for it. Oh, absinthe is the start of it. Oh, God. Absinthe, anybody who's not had absinthe, is a very, very strong minty liqueur. That's quite strong. I think we got some downstairs, actually. It's been in the cupboard for years. It's the sort of drink you would drink, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the sort of drink you drink when everything else is just gone and you're desperate for a drink. But yeah, if you any drink or cocktail with absinthe, I can just see that would be something. What's the recipe, Richard? Are you okay to share that one as well? Because I think Evelyn would be interested to try Black Death. The drink, obviously. But yeah, that does sound strong. I think it's one of those things, when you get a very, very, very strong cocktail, it kind of detracts from the taste. I know with the good cocktails, the beauty of them is you don't know you are drinking alcohol. It just tastes like a very sweet, nice drink. So I think that's part of the pleasure of enjoying it. Absinthe. Oh, you are joking. Are you serious? So Richard has put here, he has absinthe on pasta. Is that serious or is that a wind up? I've never heard of that. You actually pour it. So what do? You just boil the pasta and you just pour the absinthe on the top. Is that right? Absinthe on pasta. I've never heard of that. I have heard some weird combos, but never absinthe on pasta. I used to do a thing when I was a student, and this is a real cheap food. So I used to boil pasta or spaghetti, and then I would grate cheese on it. Obviously, once you've drained it, so you boil it, you drain it, you grate cheese on it, And then because it's in the pot, it's still hot. You put the lid on it, and the condensation melts the cheese, which is a very cheap student food. But yeah, I've never tried that. Really, it's an Italian thing. I always thought absinthe was French. Absinthe on pasta. I've never had that. I know you. I have obviously people do things like wine normally in cooking, but I've never heard of absinthe in there. Or different types of liqueur I've heard of being in there, but never absinthe. So you've tried it as well. What was your recipe? Because you had another one. You did strawberries and something else. Was it not balsamic vinegar? You had something in strawberries. I forget what you had, but that was quite an unusual combo. Yeah, I've never heard of that, absinthe on pasta. So has anybody got any other recipes that they would share that seems unusual as a mix, but you guys like it? Either it's something you've heard of somebody having, or it's something you'd like to try, or it's just a combo that you would recommend, but other people wouldn't necessarily look at. I used to have a flatmate. Now she loved cheese and chocolate, and what she would do is she would get a chocolate bar, break the bits off, so the little squares, and then she would chop up chunks of cheese and have the two together. Sometimes you'd sandwich the chocolate in between two little cubes of cheese. So you would have it like that and have it almost like, when you get cheese and pineapple on a stick, that would be the same, but chocolate and cheese. I'm actually mad for this chocolate and cheese. Absolutely loved it. All right, here you are, Evelyn. The Black Death recipe is as follows. So you take black absinthe at 80%. Oh my God, 80. I've never heard of black absinthe. Normally it's green. So black absinthe at 80%, part vodka at 40% with added cherry in the shot glass. Okay, so basically it's absinthe and vodka. So, right. I see. When you say 80%, you're looking at the measurement. Sorry. I was thinking you meant 80% proof. I thought, my God, that would be strong. So in a glass, 80% black absinthe, 40% vodka. So it's all alcohol. And you have no chaser with that at all. So it's 100% alcohol. So, right, okay, wow. I thought you might even water it down with some Coke or something, or Red Bull, but no, this is it. This is 100% booze, 80% black absinthe, 40% vodka. And I have never, ever seen black absinthe before. I've always thought absinthe was green. Mind you, in the bottle as well, it looks black because it's so dark, but yeah, it's always green. When you sort of shake it up and you see it on the as it runs down the side of the glass, is 100%, 120% in total. Oh, hence the name. Yeah, of course, my maths was terrible. Yeah, 80% absinthe, 40% vodka. So yeah, you are right. It is the proof. I got it right the first time. It is the proof. Wow. Now, I've had a drink before called Stroh 80, which is 80% alcohol, and it was so strong. It wasn't pleasant. It was just too strong. So that is pretty wild. If you're going to drink that, you might want to take the next day off or drink it in the weekend. Wow. Black absinthe at 80%. I am right, aren't I, Richard, by saying that's 80% proof? Because that would make sense. Vodka is 40% proof. I've tried it. Dizzy for an hour. Oh, my word. I've never heard of that, black absinthe. So there you go, Evelyn. If you fancy a new cocktail, there you go. The Black Death. You take your black absinthe and then you take your vodka. No chaser. You go drink that. Let me know how you feel afterwards. I think I'll give that a miss. But thank you, Richard, for sharing that one. That's an interesting take on that one. Yeah, that's very unusual. Interesting. Yeah, so back onto videos as well. Richard, I'm still doing some catch up on your videos. I will want to catch up. I am so wanting to see. The one I've really been wanting to see is your video on the Isle of Wight donuts. So I've been wanting to see those as well and catch up on those. I did catch up on your little tour you did. You were on the bus around the Isle of Wight, but I know that seems like an age away since you were last at the Isle of Wight, but I do want to catch up on those. If you do check out our videos, we did a video on the horse and carriage ride in Brussels. if you do go to Brussels, we wanted to show what it looked like. If you never get the opportunity to go, we've pretty much done an abridged version, so the highlights really, if you want, of the actual ride itself. So if you never get the opportunity to go, do watch our video. That's the highlight of the trip, or the highlight of the actual horse and carriage ride around Brussels. So if you don't want to do it yourself, or don't have the time, or aren't able to get to Brussels, you can watch it in there. It is interesting just watching the buildings around like this as well. You can hear the guide as well. She actually allowed us to film, so she gives little hints and guides and of the actual city itself. So we've tried to capture that as best we can. I really wish I had a microphone so I could get to wear a microphone, but unfortunately you can just about make it out when she's going around the thing. But it is worth doing, and we've obviously got our chocolate videos there as well for Belgium chocolate. So Newhouse chocolatier is our new favorite one. Richard said, try this. Go to Burger King in Leicester Square. Mix all the Diet Coke and Sprite flavors, cherry, raspberry, vanilla, mix them. It's tutti frutti. Oh, and grape. So can you actually do that? Because I know if you go to a carvery, you can actually do that. So in the carvery, they do a limited drink. So you just basically top it up, and they have the machine there, and you just top it up yourself, and you can pick the drinks you want. So you can pick, if you wanted to, all the different lemonades. So cherry, obviously lemon, lime. I think there's vanilla. There's a few other flavors there as well. And you can do Dr. Pepper, mixed a lot. But I didn't realize you could do that in the Burger King. So we did want to go to the Burger King in Leicester Square. The other place we wanted to go actually was Greggs in Leicester Square. Now, I know everyone's been to Greggs, but I really wanted to go just to see what it was like in Leicester Square. I was absolutely shocked that they built a Greggs in Leicester Square. In the car, we always mix them. Yeah, so do we. Kelly will always go for lemonade, but I love doing that mixing combo. I don't know what it is. It's just a kid in me. But you just press the button and it will just obviously pour whatever one you want. So I love mixing them. It's because I think you'd like mixing them because you just can't do it anywhere else. So it's just the one time you get to mix them. It's not so you would go and buy 6 bottles of drink and then pour them into little ones. So yeah, I think we will give that a little try. But I love mixing the drinks as well in the carvery. I pop into Greggs Leicester Square for a sausage roll. What's it like, the Greggs? Is it just like a normal regular Greggs? Or is there anything special about it? Because sometimes they do a special, I don't know, like a special sausage roll or a special bake. They do something special just because it's in Leicester Square. But hey, she's back. Naha, please, Naha, how was it before I met? I know it must seem like absolute, it feels like years ago. But how was the food in Fuerteventura? Did you enjoy it when you went there? Did you just stay at the hotel, or did you go out to restaurants and eat? Normal Greggs, but like 20 or 30p more. And that's, do you know what? You don't mind that because the rent in Leicester Square is huge. I know I keep asking you. You haven't told me. I was just interested. That was all. I was just interested what it was like. And if you enjoyed it. Did you finish the cream in your drink? I have, but Kelly's still got some in hers.
Don't touch my drink.
I've just been told
the
off.
Cheek of you.
There we are. I'll let Madame come back.
So I just had to put a few things on, and yeah. So what were we talking about? Catch me up.
Oh, so we were a little bit. Did you finish the cream? So Naha's come back as well. She still hasn't told me how the food was in Fuerteventura. But
because I heard you. She said you keep asking her the same thing.
Thunder said, "Oh, Thunder's back for a little bit."
Have you got better Wi-Fi? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the date.
Oh yes, your dates. Richard was just telling us about obviously the videos he's doing. He's gone to Greggs in Leicester Square, so he's just telling us a little bit about that. And he was telling us about Black Death cocktail.
Oh right, I thought you meant the Black Death,
not the plague, but
yeah,
the Black Death cocktail.
I was thinking, oh, the Black Death. Okay.
Have you ever heard of black absinthe?
Not black absinthe, no.
I have heard of black absinthe, but I have.
I've heard of absinthe.
Yeah, not black absinthe.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like 80% proof.
I wonder if Evelyn would would like that. She's like the stronger the better for Eve. To be
Oh yeah,
fair.
yeah. Well, actually, as soon as Richard mentioned the Black Death, Evelyn wrote a little thing going, "Recipe, please."
Yeah, she would. Um, so like a normal Greggs, but 20 or 30p more. But that would stand to reason because it's right in the middle of Leicester
Yeah,
Square.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And they're going to pay higher rates. But it just depends on if you think Greggs is worth it. And I think a lot of tourists won't know that and won't realise that. So they will just buy
Yeah, yeah.
right in the centre of London.
Oh, Naha, are you back at school now as well? Have you your term started? I'm assuming it has, but I just checking.
Yeah.
Richard said, "Oh, thank you. He said it might have been interesting." So bless you. Yeah, I know. Sorry, you guys had to just put up with just me. Thunder said it's a bit better. So yeah, I think I might be able to say a bit. I travelled to him. Oh, so you went there?
Yeah, yeah, Portsmouth, yeah.
That's right. And it took about 2.5 hours for the entire journey.
Right.
I got there for early afternoon, so it could be a whole day.
Yeah,
That's all right
yeah.
though. That's not too bad. I had to. Funny enough, I had to go to Devon last week for my uncle's funeral.
Yeah.
So I mean that took about 4 hours door to door. So 2.5 hours door to door.
Was it 4 hours in
door
that
to door?
long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's an hour.
Wow.
It takes us an hour to get to Paddington from here.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's that
true.
in itself. And then you've got the journey time was about 2.5 hours. Then on top of that, so that's 3.5 hours, and then it was half an hour to get to the hotel. Now I said Greggs have a sausage roll, SM sausage rolls. Yeah, back at school. I thought you were. And funny enough, I had a Greggs today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I went out for it. So I went there, and all the food was gone. So I thought, oh no, I need to go back and get some. And the only thing they had was a cheese bake, and I really liked it. You don't like the cheese bake, but the cheese bake is like a cream cheese and regular cheese and potato in
just
pastry.
the smell of it.
Oh,
is like,
lovely.
Oh.
Richard said, Greggs news: the bread pudding and cheesecake will return. Oh, bread pudding!
Mm.
They used to do the little bread puddings. And
I
vaguely
remember.
Oh, I used to love the bread pudding, and they stopped it. Oh, I'm glad they're doing it. I've never tried the cheesecake though.
Yeah, not my thing. Not my thing.
I misread that, and I thought it was cheesecake and bread pudding.
That's what I thought. I thought it was cheesecake, bread pudding, like all in the one.
Oh, Thunder said he walked me home from the station, holding hands. I might add.
Oh.
And as soon as we got there, he offered me food and drink, and then we went for lunch in a Japanese place.
Oh, no, I like Japanese.
Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, it sounds like it's going so well, Thunder.
Yeah.
This is great. I'm enjoying these installments.
Yeah, well. It's like a little installment every time we speak to you. Like,
so what happened then? So after your Japanese food, did you then come back, or did you then wander around Portsmouth a little bit? Did you show you the sights of Portsmouth?
And I was going to say, did you enjoy the Japanese food? I really like Japanese. I like the sushi. You like the sushi too, right?
Oh, Naha said, have you ever had Greggs hot chocolate with white cream on top?
No.
Oh, I've not tried that. Thank you though. I will try that next time at work.
Like I do like Greggs. If I'm in a pinch, I will eat Greggs, but it's not something I buy very often. Only because I don't really rate their sausage rolls anymore. I prefer their vegan sausage rolls to their meat sausage rolls.
Yeah.
I'm not one for their sausage. And the thing for me is they've changed the recipe. So the steak bake used to be really good, and the chicken bake used to be really good, and now they're just okay.
Yeah.
Like I just find them okay. So I wouldn't go out of my way to get a Greggs. But if I was in a pinch and I was to go and get it, I would get the vegan sausage roll. The vegan sausage roll is really nice.
So is that what you had in the hat? You had the vegan sausage roll and the hot chocolate with the white cream on top. Thunder said, oh, Devon is far for us Londoners. Yeah, it was. I'll tell you something. It was really, really far. Oh, just one thing though. Richard probably knows this. So my train was delayed by an hour. So there was a signalling problem as well. If you go on the delay repay and it's an hour, if it's over an hour, you get 50% back off your journey. And they did refund me 50%.
Wow.
If it's delayed by 2 hours, which is ridiculous, but you have to be late for 2 hours to get a complete refund.
Wow. Okay.
Richard said, food review. I review food on my travels. There'll be one big special video doing this week called Behind the Camera. All right, so watch out for that for Richard's food review. Thunder said, yeah, the Japanese food was amazing, and the vegetarian sushi was warm. It was potato and crispy onions, and the soy sauce had a sweet flavor. Lots of vegetarian options, which is thank you. I shall. If you do go again, I'm sure you will.
I'm sure you will.
Get him to take you to Sandbanks. Sandbanks is a very, very, very nice. It's the poshest area in Portsmouth. So if you do that, get him to. It might be a bit chilly, but
cold,
get him to take you to Sandbanks. That's the nicest area in Portsmouth.
Only because the sea is there. Because that's what would make it cold.
Yes, I have Mark's sausage roll with white cream on top of the cup. Nice.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I used to. They've changed their recipes for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I do still like their jam donuts, though. It's probably one of the better jam donuts. And I'm quite fussy when it comes to donuts. I'm quite fussy when it comes to a lot of things. But their jam donut for the price is not too bad. But again, I just wonder about all the ingredients that are in it.
Richard said, one thing you must try, Mark and Kelly, if you love fish, go to Japan Center and try miso soup.
Yeah, I mean, you're real one for miso soup. You love it.
Oh, I love miso.
Yeah, he does. He really likes the miso. And of course, you're pescatarian.
Yeah,
so I do eat, he'll eat the fish as well. But I've got to find out, and go. Donuts, baby.
Donuts, baby.
Exactly.
We love the donuts. Now, we will definitely do another donut video coming up soon. We should do a Greggs video. I'm just thinking, everyone was talking about Greggs.
We should. We haven't done one for a while. All right, we'll do one.
We'll do one at the weekend.
Yeah, maybe. I do like their pizza thing, but sometimes the cheese can be a little bit strong on it for me.
Yeah.
But I would still eat it anyway. It's quite nice.
Thunder said, and then we went around the outlets, but everything was shut pretty much.
Yeah.
We sat together by the seafront and looked at the clouds for a bit. This might sound like a little fairy tale. Oh, that's lovely. That's nice.
Nice. Nothing wrong with a bit of fairy tale.
No, exactly. I suppose everything was shut because of the funeral.
Yeah.
But funny enough, where my parents are in the West Country, they said that it was very much like a normal day. It wasn't. There weren't many things closed down, actually.
There's lots of things that were... Actually, no. When we went to the local town, there were a few restaurants that were open, but only restaurants. There was nothing else open.
Thunder said, I have a look, thank you. How do you spell the place? So it's Sandbank. So it's sand as in sand that you get on the beach, S-A-N-D. And then banks, so obviously... So it's like a dune is a sandbank. So B-A-N-K-S. So it's S-A-N-D, B-A-N-K-S. But it's all one word. It's called Sandbanks. So in Portsmouth, you can Google it actually as well. You can see how nice it is. They're multi-million-pound houses on there. So Portsmouth's got this natural, almost like it looks like a cove. So it stretches out into the sea. And what they've done is because it's so nice. If you live there, you're basically completely surrounded by the sea. And that's why there's very expensive houses are on there. So it's called Sandbanks. But do have a look. It's beautiful. Mark's sausage roll is so nice. So you like the vegan one? Have you also tried the one I like is the baked bean and
the melt?
You don't like that, do you?
Baked bean melt. That's the one that my nephew loves. He loves that one. My younger nephew.
The sausage roll is not the same.
Yeah, it's not. The sausage roll is not the same. And it's been like that for quite a number of years now because before. It never used to repeat on me. And then I don't know what, but now it's mushy. The meat is mushy. And it's not a good sausage roll. It's not what I would call good sausage roll. I don't know why they changed it. But they changed their recipes across the board now pretty much. So when I go in, I mainly only get their cake. Sometimes whenever I do buy a steak bake though, or a chicken bake, the reason why I buy it, because not because I really like that, but I always want it to go back to the old recipe. So I do buy it every now and again, hoping they will go. But I've got to say, I prefer their vegan sausage roll now to the normal.
So now I have to ask what part of London we're in. So we are in South London, South East London. So we are. How far are we from the centre? Probably about on the train we're about half an hour away.
Yeah, about half an
hour away on the train. But not too far. You're North London, aren't you? Oh, I got that wrong. I'm trying to remember.
I think it's North. A lot
Yeah.
of people are from North.
Richard
yeah.
said they live across the pond. Yeah, that's true. So when he says live across the pond, he's obviously referring to the sandbank. So it's almost like you've got like a jetty of sand, and on that is a really posh houses. And it is like them being across the pond because you can see right across there. Thunder said, and then we walked across and went back to his house. I bought him a snitch teddy. Oh, Teddy. From my home because he loves Stitch. And we chilled out and had green tea. Very nice.
Yes.
Like a lovely
green
day.
tea, yes.
Oh yeah, it's sandbanks plural. So
with an S at the end.
S at the end. So you've got sandbanks.
But is it spelled all one word?
Yeah, it's all one word. Sandbanks. But yeah, Google it and then you'll see. So if you put Sandbanks Portsmouth, you'll just see how lovely that is as well. Very nice place to go, especially in the summer. Would love to live there. Very expensive to live there. When Portsmouth Football Club were in the Premier League, that's pretty much the entire team had bought houses, obviously because they were earning a lot of money.
I've got to say, Portsmouth has never been on my mind. Oh yeah, I'd want to live in Portsmouth. But I haven't been down there. It's been so long.
No.
God, it over 20 years I've not been down that way. So I must go back down there. And I really do want to go to the outlets anyway.
Richard said South people are posh people.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yes, I'm not sure I've been described as posh. Then again, yeah, you live in a nice area.
Yes, exactly.
You live in a very posh area. Even said, yeah, I get a steak bake sometimes, normally after a night out at London Bridge
Station. Do you know what? Yeah, but it's true because I used to love their steak bakes. Before it was slightly a bit salty, a bit too salty before, but the steak bake was quite nice and the chicken bakes were nice. But I've got to be honest, it's not nice anymore.
They have gone up in price. Everything used to be a quid when I remember years ago in Greggs. Everything was £1. Now it's gone up a bit, but it's still really good value for money
because they do the two, and they think so. Like, although the sausage roll might be £1.20, it's something like £1.50 for two, so an extra 30p, and you get an extra one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's not bad going in the sense that you can get. They do like a twofer, so it's not that bad price really.
Thunder said nice. We'll definitely have to see that. Are you going to visit there anytime soon? Do get him to, before we answer that, do get him to take you there though. Mention South Bank. I hope he doesn't turn around and go, oh God's sake, I'll go. I think it's a bit of a way to get to, but yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. No, do you know what? Funny you should say that actually, Thunder. We were going to do that this summer.
Yeah.
We were been talking about going to South Banks purely because it's so nice, but it's
I wasn't planning on South Banks. I was planning on outlets because I really wanted to go down to the outlets. There is still time, but Christmas is coming. It might be the perfect time to go down to outlets for Christmas. But because of your job and stuff like that, and we have limited time, and it takes however long to get down there.
Yeah.
That's why I know you're a bit iffy because you don't want to spend the whole day trying to get down there, but I think it is worth doing, especially around Christmas time. I think that's the perfect time to go to outlets.
I left around 6 because of the journey home, and then he walked me to the station and waited for me to get on there until he left. Oh. We're meeting up next week for the 3rd date.
Yes, nice.
So are you going to go here, London, or are you going back to Portsmouth, or are you yet to decide? That's nice though. That seems like it's going well.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this little installment.
Yeah, I love it. I love that it's going well. And I like, do you know what I mean? To receive like, oh yeah, we did this, or we did that, or we went here. And it's just so nice that, you know, he's come there up to these sides, you've gone down to those sides. And so where's your 3rd date going to be? It's the question.
I'll tell you.
Is it going to be like in between?
I'll tell you a funny story. So Kelly and I met up for a date many years ago when we were first seeing each other. Mm-hmm. And Kelly said to me, let's go for afternoon tea, because I had a heavy metal t-shirt on and jeans. So I felt so out of place.
He wasn't used to going to do the high life stuff. No. He weren't used to it.
Kelly likes the high life stuff. As you can see, I'm a bit more of a metalhead. So I looked a bit out of place, but yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah, and he played, and do you remember on the guitar, he was playing all your heavy metal songs, but in like a
acoustic.
Yeah, but it was like really sort of like in that sort of quiet, because he had done an arrangement that fitted the afternoon tea. So he was playing Teen Spirit.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, and but he didn't, and I was just like, is he playing Teen Spirit? And then Mark went, yeah.
So he's going to come up to London. Well, if you want, we will give you some recommendations, only if you like. But we have some ideas for some restaurants you guys can go to. Richard said, for some reason, my cat Tiddles meows at the TV when Kelly speaks. It might be Kelly's dulcet tones.
I'm glad he's listening.
Yeah. But we won't recommend Greg's. Most of you love Greg's.
Wouldn't recommend Greg's, but there are a few places in London that we could recommend, eats wise, desserts wise, cake shops, things like that, interesting things to go see. So yeah, just let us know, and we'll let you know. I'm smelling the food from downstairs. Thinking,
Thunder said, "Oh, okay, thank you. We're going to Waterloo. So any recommendations? That's just our meet point.
That's just your meeting point. So you're then not too far from Charing Cross, really.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think that around Waterloo there, because they are starting to sort of do things in Waterloo, but I would suggest more Charing Cross. So I would suggest, me personally, going along the South Bank, so going from Waterloo,
walking walk.
Yep.
As long as it's not raining,
or like super cold. Going along the South Bank, checking out the food market. There's two sides to the food market, plus you've got the London Eye. That's my alarm going off. And then maybe, depending on where you want to eat, because you can quite eat at South Bank because there's loads of markets there, loads of food stalls there. There used to be like a place called Namco, which was like an arcade type place, like a gaming arcade, but they closed it now, which is a real shame because it was a real great place to go. So there's that, but then you can walk over the bridge, and then they've got Korean hot dogs in Boon Chic, but I recommend the Boon Chic on Charing Cross Road rather than the one on Villiers Street.
I don't know, but the guys will probably want to go for a sit-down meal rather than a snack.
But I'm just talking about snacks at the moment. Just places to pop into. Sit-down meal. Okay, you go. What would you suggest as a sit-down meal?
This is a tricky one for me because I would obviously go for somewhere a bit more central. So I would go Soho and Covent Garden. So I always would recommend Inamo, which is one of my favorites. But that is a all-you-can-eat buffet. So I'm not sure you'd want that for a restaurant.
It's a Japanese fusion. So
Inamo's great because you'll have the fun and it's got interaction. So not that you guys struggle for conversation, but it is quite nice because you've got the games on there, so it stimulates conversation.
Yeah. But it's only 90 minutes. Yeah. So you only have 90 minutes there.
But that's right. You'll have fun as well. You can order your food. You can chat. Everything's on the iPad there. It's quite nice. And also it's a bit more intimate. It's not a romantic setting as such, but it is good fun.
Yeah, it is really good fun. I'm just trying to think where like now, if I am choosing a couple of places, there is a place called Cucumber Alley, which is just off of Seven Dials. You've also got Rosa Pomodoro, which is again just on Seven Dials. Cucumber Alley is like an indoor food market, but you get to sit down, so you can sit down at the table. It's not a romantic place, but it's so interesting. They've got so much stuff there. If you go to Neal's Yard, again, you've got a few eateries there. You've also got, they also do St. John's there, so they've got like donuts and stuff like that. I've heard the door go, so that is your brother and Siobhan.
I'll carry on with that.
I'm just going to quickly go down and check the food. Hopefully it's not overrun.
Yeah, and then we are going, what was I going to say? So, yeah, if you like Oriental cuisine, absolutely. So you could do that as well. You could have that, but it's very, very nice. But what's nice about it, like I said, you've got your iPad. You can then just pick all the little things that you have. And then by doing that as well, you can just order as much as you want. There's no waiter interaction, or hardly any, unless you want to get the drinks, of course. So you just order this. You could spend that time just chatting. So hopefully he'll enjoy that. But Inamo, that is my recommendation. There's one in Soho, and I think there's one, just double check. The one in Soho is the one I always remember. I forget where the other location is. Richard said, your bike card came. 10% off food at selected food outlets. All UK train stations online, free sign up. That's really good. That is really, really good, especially if you're doing that. You are welcome, Thunder. And I hope, please do keep us informed, though, and do let us know how it goes. Oh, you've decided on Heinz hoops and toast for a starter for a proper meal. Well, that's it, actually. That's a really good way to start, especially with your high fiber diet. So that will actually be there. So my brother's just arrived, guys. So I think I'm going to have to leave it there and say hello. So that's it from Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things for this week. Sorry, I had to cut it a little short this week, but we will be back Friday, 6 p.m. UK time as we normally do. Oh, Thunder said also something random, but have you tried East End honey chili sauce? It's amazing. Having it with pizza. No, we will try that. Thank you. It's a good East End chili sauce. I've not tried that. But yeah, that will be it from this week. Have a fantastic evening, guys. Please do look after yourselves above all. And remember, you are never too old to have fun. We will see you on Friday, hopefully at 6 p.m. UK time. Until then, have a fantastic week. Take care. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.